Om Sadashiva-Samarambham Shankaracharya-Madhyamam Asmadacharya-Paryantam Vande Guru-Paramparam Gurur-Brahma Gurur-Vishnu Gurur-Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Sahana Bhavato Sahano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidyushavai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattva Bodho Vidhiyate. Let us read. Annamaya kaha annarasena eva bhutva annarasena eva vruddhim prapya annarupa prathivyam yat viliyate tat annamaya kosha stula shariram pranamaya kaha pranadhyaha panchavayavah vak adi indriya panchakam pranamaya kosha manomaya kaha manah cha jnana indriya panchakam militva bhavati sah manomaya kosha Vijnanamaya kaha buddhi jnana indriya panchakam militva yah bhavati sa Vijnanamaya Kosha. Up to this we have seen. So I am someone avasthatraya sakshi swarupa pancha kosatita, and prior to that it was there stula sukshma karana sarirat vyatirikta. So now we are in pancha koshas. Already we have discussed 4 koshas, starting with Annamaya is nothing but called stula sharira. Then after Annamaya came Pranamaya. Pranamaya is nothing but again Sukshma Sharira. Both all the 3 Pranamaya, Manomaya and Vijnanamaya, all the 3 put together called Sukshma Shariram. And also we discussed in details that it has got 3 Shakti, 3 powers. So one was called Kriya Shakti, second one is called Ichha Shakti, and third one is called Jnana Shakti. So the Kriya Shakti is connected to Pranamaya. Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti means the power to do. Then Ichha Shakti means power to desire. So that is connected to Manomaya. Then comes Jnana Shakti, power to make decision. So that is called Vijnanamaya Kosha. We have seen in details how they function and how we function both. And how we keep changing according to our vasanas, according to our lifestyle, and moreover how the situation influences us, we have seen in details. And finally, there is another kosha called Anandamaya Kosha. Here we need to also understand little bit difference. Generally, if we look at the word Maya, Mayat we say, it has got 2 meanings. Above 4, whether it is Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya or Vijnanamaya, so all our Maya is there. That Mayat means modification. So modification of food, modification of prana, modification of mind, or you can say emotional aspect, modification of intellect. Now here when it talks about Anandamaya, generally here we don't bring this Maya, that Maya as a modification, we bring it, Prachurya, abundance. So this is small difference we make it here. Even though there are modifications in Ananda, We'll be seeing that. Even though there are modifications, but we take it in a prachuria sense, means abundance. So here, when you say Anandamaya Kosha, that means it is the abundance of happiness. So what is that? Let us read. Evam eva karana sarira bhuta avidyastha malina sattvam priyadi vritti sahitam sat Anandamaya Kosha. Says, if we observe this Anandamaya Kosha, he gives Anandamaya Kosha is nothing, straight away, Karana Sarira iti. So it is nothing but again Karana Sarira. How it is a Karana Sarira? Well, let us look at this point. And also not only it says, Avidyastha Marina Sattva, all the technical word he uses here, okay? Avidyastha Marina Sattva. Marina Sattva is another word for avidya or jnana. So, first of all, let us look at how this Karana Sarira is avidya. As we have discussed carefully, that when the pralaya comes, pralaya means when the world, the physical world or the manifested world gets into unmanifested mode, means now whatever we are seeing and experiencing, this is called manifested world. Time will come whether the whole water will take over or the heat, the fire will take over, destroy everything. So when everything will get into destruction mode, what we call as destruction, in fact it will go from manifestation to unmanifestation. So when it gets into unmanifested mode, as we have discussed through the example of a tree. So when this gets into, now all the jivas, all the individuals, or you can say in short, all the Sukshma Sharira, because already Sthula Sharira is gone, all the Sukshma Sharira get into Karana Sharira. That's why it becomes the cause of both the bodies. Now only Karana Sharira continues. Now here very nicely, carefully says that in Anandamaya Kosha, it is avidyastha, it is ignorance. That's why you can see the Karana Sarira is completely related to, or Anandamaya Kosha here is completely related to deep sleep. Now if you observe yourself in deep sleep, you experience two things. The first one, you experience that you don't have any experience. You understand? The first thing that you experience, that there is no experience. That's why everybody is, happy to go to sleep. In fact, if sleep does not come, you go to, doctors, you do everything in order to sleep. And of course there are people also, those who love to sleep more, that is another issue, okay, let me not get into them, okay. Pure tamas, that is another aspect. Here, what I am highlighting here is, you experience that you don't have any experience. At the same, another type of experience is that there is happiness. That's why you can say very carefully, I slept well. I did not know anything. Means you didn't experience anything. No experience, one type of experience. Second point, you say, I slept very well. You can see there is some type of satisfaction. But says beautifully, if we observe this Anandamaya Kosha, it actually not only related to sleep, it helps to rejuvenate. It also helps you to again face the situation. And right time it is supposed to help depends upon your lifestyle and other matters. Means depends upon all other 4 koshas. However, says beautifully, if we observe this Anandamaya Kosha, this is something he will just say that avidyastha, what we call as a mula avidya. That is one technical term we use sometimes, mula avidya. So he, instead of mula avidya, he will just avidyastha. Means this Anandamaya Kosha, this Karana Sarira has got its ignorance, which is capital. So you don't have to think of that aspect. At the same time, we have to also understand this Karana Sarira, especially through the deep sleep state, so that it becomes easier for us to understand. And interestingly, says beautifully, if you look at our Karana Sarira also has got 3 types of vrittis. Because he says, Priya Adi Vritti Shahitam. So means Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Adi means here Priya, Moda and Pramoda. Like in English also we have this, happy, happier, happiest. So we have this expression in English also they use. But here he used the word Priya, Moda and Pramoda. How? If we can change this terminology if you want to change so that it becomes easier to understand. We say Darshana Sukha, Grahana Sukha and Anubhava Sukha. Okay, these are the 3 words we use very carefully so that it becomes easier for you to grasp the subject matter. Because Priya, Moda, Pramoda, little bit different. Priya means that which is dearer to you. Moda means that which is closer to you. Pramoda means you are enjoying. But instead of that, if you say Darshana Sukha, so when you say Darshana Sukham, that means the Sukham, the happiness, that which comes from Darshanam, seeing. So from a distance you see something. From a distance you hear something. From a distance you smell something. So that you call as a Priya. That's how that becomes dearer to you. Because unless you have some knowledge, some information, can anybody become dear to you? Anything or anybody becomes dearer to you, the more and more you have information. That's why in this world, nobody is dearer to anybody. Somebody writes, dear Swamiji, hey, please understand, don't cheat me, don't cheat yourself, okay? Neither you are dear to me, nor I am dear to you. Only you are dear to yourself. All that dear, all these are, just transaction. In a transactional manner, we use that, oh dear, dearest. Today to whom you call as dearest, tomorrow that fellow or felly means the lady, okay? Will become other way around. However, point is here that Darshana Sukha. So from a distance, whatever you see, you, let us say, experience, or you get the information, that is called Priya, that is called dear to you. Then what happens? Second is called Grahana Sukha. So Grahana Sukha means once you see it, then you want to, get it. You want to own it. You want to have it. You want to grab it. The sense of closeness is nothing but sense of ownership. Remember. Sense of closeness is nothing but the sense of ownership. Without your knowledge, you want to establish your ownership. Whenever you want to be closer with a person, you want to be closer with somebody or something, makes no difference whether object or person or situation or anything. It is nothing but you want to establish. You want to impose without your knowledge that you are owner of that. So there is some type of sense of ownership is involved without your knowledge. That's why you want to grab. That's why you want to acquire. That's why you want to impose. So he says beautifully, after darshana sukham, so when you see something from a distance, now you feel it may not be available all the time. Fantastic, but I should have it. That is called grahana sukham. And present day, there is no darshana sukham. Now maximum is grahana sukham. All are in moda stage. Priya, moda, happier. Why grahana sukham? If you observe, especially youngsters, everybody, when they see a scenery, when they travel, they don't see anything. First they want to click through the phone and upload in the Facebook or whatever. And through Facebook or whatever, through live, they try to enjoy the scenery. You understand? So that means there is a grahana sukham is more than darshana sukham. First grahanam, then darshanam. Can you understand how the scenario is changing nowadays? So everything they want to grab. They want to get the best. Of course, finally they become waste. That's another thing. That's why the consumerism, please understand, when grahana sukham when the grahana sukham becomes predominant in you, that time you become a consumer. The consumerism in you becomes so strong that only pushes you to have more and more grahana sukham. That is called moda. Then finally comes anubhava sukham. So anubhava sukham means what? Enjoying. Already you have, like, same thing, example, this youngsters with the phone. Then they try to take a photo or some live. So while live, through the live, they try to say, oh look, now I have captured. All my friend circle will see that is there. Now you start counting how many people are watching you, how many likes, how many comments. That is called here anubhava sukham. The pleasure that is being derived from experience. Your involvement, here experience means what? Your involvement. So if you observe all your happiness, common happiness that you enjoy is divided into these three categories. So one is that based on the information, and that too if the information is soothing, is going along with your mind, that gives you some type of happiness. So that we call as darshana sukham. Then comes, yes, maybe, then sometimes, then after that the sense of insecurity comes. You want to repeat that, but there is a fear that you may not get it. Maybe other people will take it, encroach it. Now let me do what? Let me own it. Let me have it. Then you work to have it. So when you start owning it, there is already sense of fear. That's why consumer, if we start, you want to be a consumer. Now, after consumerism, after spending so much money, time, resource, everything, when you get it, now you want to enjoy. So enjoyment means what? Your involvement. So when you are involving, and of course, if that object does not object, please understand, that long there is enjoyment. As long as that object or person does not object, if that person or that object starts objecting, will you enjoy? I will give you a beautiful example. Let us think of this house. It's a beautiful concept. Instead of a human being, house will be better. So you see a house in a bank of river or seashore. Both examples are beautiful, okay? Because I have gone through all these things, so that's why I can share with you, okay? So I have also lived, so that's why near the sea, so I know what is the problem, seaside houses, okay? Such a beautiful, wow, morning you get up and see the sunrise, so nice. Going to the terrace and you watching the sunrise, really amazing. Now what happens? Darshana sukham. Then after that you said, oh, how good, why not to get it? So you start negotiating. And you got the money. Somehow or other, you got that house. Fantastic. Now you want to enjoy. Now please understand, once you have that house, really you can enjoy much. I'm sure you will not be able to enjoy at all. Do you know why? The moment you go there, water is not coming properly. Because you go once in a while near the seashore, because all getting rusted, this and that, all these things. This is not there, that is not there. That means what? When that house starts objecting, this is the point I would like to highlight. When that house starts objecting you, then what happens? Where is your happiness? Your anubhava sukham is gone. In fact, only gives anubhava dukkham. There is no sukham. There is only unhappiness. Then you say, God, why did I buy this? Without buying, I was coming and enjoying. Now buying, I made a mistake. Coming back here. So, darshana sukham, grahana sukham and anubhava sukham, we all are looking for. And always there is a tendency, first whatever I see, I want to have it. Why I want to have it? So that I will experience pleasure. I will experience happiness. But remember, whatever you have need not give you happiness. That also you need to know. Because after all, these are the stages one has to go through. And interestingly, when you understand this thing, please understand, this is a process and you go through. And remember, all these things are nothing but what? Different from you. You are somebody different from all these things. Okay, then how is it possible? Let us read the next. Etata Kosha Panchakam. So these are the 5 sheaths that we discussed. Okay, fantastic. Then let us read. Madiya Shariram, Madiya Pranaha, Madiyam Manaha, Cha Madiya Buddhi, Madiyam Ajnanam, Iti Svenayeva Jayate, Tat Yatha Madiyatvena Gyatam Kataka Kundala Gruhadikam Susmat Bhinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Susmat Bhinnam Madiyatvena Gyatam Atman bhavati. So this is beautifully. As if you observe this point, in the beginning it started describing what is not Atma. And after discussing that what is not Atma, then how can you say all these things? He gives a beautiful logic. The logic is that what is mine is not me. Mine is not me. Or if you want to really tell it very nice way, whatever belongs to me, mine means what? Whatever belongs to me is called mine. So whatever belongs to me is not me. So the best example I give, which is very tough to remember, tough to digest but easy to remember, okay? Very tough to digest but easy to remember. What is that? My dog belongs to me. I hope you understood, okay? Once more repeating, my dog belongs to me. So definitely I am not that. So whatever belongs to me is not me. This is the beautiful and easiest way to understand. And he says, look, how? If we observe, whatever we say, starting with Madiya Shariram, what you say is my body. This physical body belongs to me. So if the physical body belongs to you, is it you? If you say, again I will bring the logic, my dog belongs to me, okay? Because remember, this is my logic, okay? People say, no, I am body. Thank you. Dog belongs to me. Now, not only that, says, Madhya pranaha. Prana belongs to me. That's why you say, oh, my digestion is not working properly. My mood is not okay. This is not okay. That is not okay. Please understand. All these pranas belongs to you. Madhya manaha. Definitely Madhyam manaha. Definitely is my mind. You understand? You say, oh, police, my mind is not okay today. So when your mind is not okay, but what is the conclusion? You say openly, my mind is not okay, but deep within you are not okay. So your mind is not okay or not, you are not okay. Can you see how you identify yourself with the mind? Yes, mind is not okay, body is not okay. Body is sick, but you are not sick. Body becomes old, you are not old. Mind is not okay, but don't say that I am not okay. But always we use the word. Madhya buddhi is also buddhi, my intellect. But I consider me as intellect. That's why I take all the credit always. Yes, I did good. Yes, I am good. Why? Because I did good decision. I took good decision. Hey, you took good decision. That doesn't mean that you are good. Please understand. Don't take unnecessary credit. The problem with people is always they want to take unnecessary credit. And those who take unnecessary credit, I have observed them very carefully. Whenever you try to take unnecessary credit, if anybody points out your smallest mistake, you cannot digest, you will go completely other way around. This is a dangerous side effect of buddhi. So that's why never ever try to take credit so much. That's why we say when something happens good through you, okay, I happens to be there, I was an instrument. I happens to be there. This is the approach. I happened, that's up to be there. So I don't have right to take credit, because if I take credit, what will happen in the process? I will strengthen my thinking faculty. Then if anybody challenges my thinking faculty little bit, or there is a fear of that somebody may challenge, I will get destroyed. That's why people go completely other way around, that they behave or they show their real color when somebody just points out their mistake. This is nothing but associating one's own self too much with this intellectual process. Associating one's own self with reference to your Vijnanamaya Kosha, or you can say when you think that you are Vijnanamaya Kosha. And finally, if we look at that, not only that, it says Madhya Ajnanam. So Madhya Ajnanam means this is called Anandamaya Sharira, Karana Sharira here. So Madhya Ajnanam means this ignorance that I don't experience anything, I did not experience anything in deep sleep. That also I know. That means what? Yes, this ignorance or I am ignorant, I cannot say either. And finally says how? Because everything is being seen, everything is being perceived as mine. And how? He gives a logic. Because I gave a very strong logic straight away, but he gives a very, because being a teacher and traditional way, very soft. So that think that you are a qualified person, you are an adhikari. So being adhikari, you can understand it easily. But sometimes adhikari bheda, according to difference of according to the different adhikaritum. So we have to give tougher example. However, I am not justifying. Now let us look at tat yatha madhyatvena jnantam. As we know, what is that? These are the things known as madhya. What is it called? Kataka kundala Kataka kundala gruhadikam. So if you look at very nicely, that it says Kataka kundala gruhadikam. Like Kataka means this bangle, kundala means earring, gruhadikam house, etc. This is the example he gives. So that means you say it is my house. So when you say it's my house, that means you are not house. Say it is your bangle. So if you say it is your bangle, definitely you say it is not you. Your earring, that is not you. It's a very mild example gives, but remember this example may not be useful to you in the right moment, okay? In fact, you say, yeah, it is not only my house. In fact, it is me actually. You can see, look, my impressions are visible in every corner of the house. You understand? And do you know this earring? I only chose. You understand? You can see the intricacies. In fact, it's I only chose. Yeah, you only chose. Okay. The designer did everything, and only you chose, and you take all the credit. Not like, look how it suits me. Please understand, this is a very mild example. But that's why the best example would be what? Come on! The best example would be, dog is mine. The dog belongs to me. Remember, this is the perfect example to hit yourself. However, says, as it happens, so also, Swasmat Bhinnam Tatha Panchakoshadikam Swasmat Bhinnam Madhyatyena Gyantam Atmana Bhavati iti. As all these things, the Panchakoshadi, 5 Koshas, 3 Sariras, Avasthatrayas, all these things is known as different from me. I call them as mine. So when it belongs to me, definitely they are not me. And they cannot be me. Because what belongs to me belongs to me. It is not me. Now if this is the case, then question comes, Atma tarhi kaha. If this is the case, then what is Atma? Who is that I? We will see tomorrow. Please close your eyes. Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadavi Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.